Welcome to the most exciting coin discovery of your life. Today, we're diving into the mysterious and ultra-rare bicentennial coins, an ordinary-looking coin with the power to make you a millionaire overnight. If you've got this hidden gem in your pocket, your entire future could change in an instant. Let's unlock the secrets behind this legendary piece of treasure. First up, the 1966 Australian 2-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is not just a tiny piece of copper. It's a silent time capsule of history, value, and mystery. This coin, the very first 2-cent ever minted in Australia after the nation switched to decimal currency, carries with it a legacy that transcends ordinary pocket change. For collectors and fortune seekers, the 1966 2-cent coin is more than metal. It's a potential treasure trove, a hidden jewel capable of transforming a humble finder into an overnight millionaire. What makes this small coin so mesmerizing is its birth in a monumental year, 1966, the dawn of Australia's new decimal era. It replaced the old pennies and shillings, marking a major turning point in the nation's financial identity. The design on the reverse, the frilled neck lizard, became an instant symbol of Australian uniqueness and artistry. But here, where the story deepens, only a handful of these coins were struck with slight variations, minting errors, or experimental dyes, and those are the ones collectors whisper about. These rare versions have now become the ghosts of fortune, said to be worth millions under the right conditions. Among the most talked about features is the minting flaw phenomenon. Some coins bear double strikes, rotated dies, or unusual planchet defects that make them 1 in a million. A simple flaw invisible to the naked eye can mean a fortune. Imagine finding a coin that looks ordinary but, under magnification, reveals a slight misalignment of Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, or an incomplete strike of the lizard's frilled details that could turn a 2-cent piece into a golden ticket to unimaginable wealth. Another secret lies in the metal composition and color tone. Some 1966 2-cent coins have a richer, red copper glow due to experimental alloy mixes during the early minting phase. These test strike coins never officially entered mass circulation, but a few reportedly slipped through the system, ending up in the hands of the unsuspecting public. The few that surface today are valued at staggering figures by elite collectors who understand their unparalleled rarity. The coin's connection to Queen Elizabeth II adds another layer of emotional and historical value. This was one of the earliest Australian coins to carry her youthful effigy, a timeless reminder of the monarchy's enduring bond with Australia. Since her passing, demand for coins featuring her earliest portraits has skyrocketed, and the 1966 issue has become a centerpiece of that surge. Collectors now view it not only as a financial investment, but as a sentimental relic, linking the present with an era of royal elegance and colonial transformation. Auction houses across the world have witnessed bidding wars over flawless or error-marked 1966 2-cent coins. Stories circulate of collectors paying hundreds of thousands, or even millions for the perfect specimen. When such a coin surfaces, it sparks a frenzy, a storm of passion and prestige among numismatists. These aren't mere purchases, they're victories, trophies of history in the form of copper. To own one is to hold a piece of the nation's heartbeat in your hand. Beyond the monetary worth, the symbolism of this coin runs deep. It represents the beginning of modern Australia, new currency, new confidence, new identity. Each coin minted that year tells a story of a nation evolving and uniting under a fresh economic system. Holding a 1966 2-cent piece feels like touching the very roots of Australia's modern era, a moment when old-world charm met new-world ambition. So if you ever come across a 1966 Australian 2-cent coin, don't dismiss it as mere change. Examine it, study it, and treasure it. That small circle of copper might hold the power to change your destiny. It's not just a coin, it's a key to history, a mirror of luck, and perhaps the most unexpected path to overnight fortune. Because in the world of numismatics, miracles often come wrapped in copper, carrying the face of a queen and the soul of a nation. The allure of the 1966 Australian 2-cent coin lies not only in its metal and minting, but in its mystery, its ability to hide greatness in plain sight. Every collector dreams of discovering that one-in-a-billion piece that slipped past the mint's watchful eyes, a coin born from imperfection, yet destined for immortality. And that is exactly what the 1966 2-cent coin symbolizes, a rare creation that disguises wealth beneath its humble surface. Those who recognize its beauty and rarity understand that this isn't just currency. It's a message from history itself, whispering to the bold and the curious to look closer, to treasure the forgotten. In the end, this tiny copper coin has achieved something extraordinary. It has transcended time, economy, and geography to become a legend of fortune. Whether resting in a collector's vault or sleeping quietly in a forgotten drawer, its potential remains alive, waiting for the right eyes to see its worth. So, if destiny ever places a 1966 bicentennial 2-cent coin in your palm, hold it tight. Because you might not just be holding a coin, you could be holding a fortune disguised as history, a small circle of copper with the power to rewrite your story and illuminate your path with golden opportunity. Second, the 1972 Australian 2-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is a hidden masterpiece in the world of numismatics, a humble copper coin that has become a legend of rarity and fortune. At first glance, it seems ordinary, yet behind its simple appearance lies a story of scarcity, mystery, and unimaginable value. This tiny piece of metal, once exchanged for the smallest of goods, now stands among the most sought-after treasures of Australian coinage. Its worth in today's market has reached unbelievable heights, and those who possess it unknowingly hold a symbol of history, luck, and silent wealth that could transform their lives overnight. What sets the 1972 2-cent coin apart from all others is its astonishing rarity. In that year, the Royal Australian Mint produced a remarkably low number of coins, so few that collectors around the world now chase them like a mythic prize. Some of these coins were struck with unique die varieties, minute errors, or color differences that make them one of a kind. Such imperfections, barely visible to the untrained eye, are the very details that elevate their worth from cents to millions of dollars in private auctions. It's the coin that turned common change into a collector's fantasy. Every curve and engraving of this coin tells a story. The frilled-neck lizard, proudly displayed on the reverse side, seems to capture the wild, untamed beauty of Australia itself, symbolizing resilience, power, and survival. On the obverse, the young and radiant Queen Elizabeth II reminds us of the enduring grace of an era when Australia was defining its identity under a changing world. The 1972 mintage holds that balance between royalty and wilderness, order and mystery, making it one of the most symbolic coins ever created in the nation's history. But the true magic lies in the errors and test strikes that emerged during the minting process. Some coins from that year were rumored to have double strikes, rotated dies, or slight off-center alignments, details that give them unmatched uniqueness. Even a small difference in the rim or texture can send collectors into a bidding frenzy. These anomalies turn an ordinary 2-cent coin into a one-of-a-kind artifact worth a king's ransom. People who have discovered one often describe it as holding lightning in copper, a burst of fortune disguised as a relic of the past. Over the years, this coin has become a symbol of destiny for many. Stories circulate of individuals finding one in old jars, wallets, or inherited collections, unaware that they were holding a treasure capable of changing their lives. The excitement of such discovery isn't just about money. It's about touching a piece of time that has survived the ages, gaining value and legend with every passing year. In auctions, collectors from across continents battle fiercely to own a mint-state specimen, driving its price beyond imagination. The 1972 2-cent coin has also gained a deep emotional and historical value since the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. Coins from her early reign are now cherished more than ever, carrying not just monetary worth, but a connection to a defining chapter in Commonwealth history. For Australians, owning this coin is like holding a relic of their cultural roots, a reminder of where the nation came from, and how even the smallest things can carry stories larger than life. In today's world, where digital currencies dominate, the charm of this tiny copper treasure remains unmatched. It represents a purity of value, a physical, tangible connection to heritage. The glow of its reddish metal isn't just a reflection of copper, it's a mirror of history, passion, and possibility. Many believe this coin doesn't just hold value, it holds energy, a mysterious pull that attracts prosperity to those who understand its significance. So if one day you find a 1972 Australian 2-cent coin, don't overlook it. Examine it closely, cherish it deeply, and guard it wisely. Because that little disc might not just be a coin, it could be your key to fortune, a small piece of history capable of turning your ordinary day into an extraordinary destiny. It's more than money. It's a miracle in copper, a royal emblem of luck, and the ultimate proof that greatness sometimes hides in the smallest of things. The 1972 Australian 2-cent coin continues to astonish collectors and historians alike, not just for its rarity, but for the aura of mystery that surrounds it. Each surviving piece seems to carry its own identity, some slightly darker in tone, some shinier with untouched brilliance, and others marked by faint minting irregularities that make them irreplaceable. These tiny details are what fuel the legends, making every discovery feel like unearthing a royal secret. It's said that true collectors can feel its energy the moment it touches their hand, a vibration of history, art, and destiny combined into one copper circle of luck. In the grand story of Australian coinage, the 1972 bicentennial 2-cent coin stands as a beacon of hope and fascination, a reminder that even the smallest treasures can hold monumental value. It is more than a collector's item. It's a symbol of patience, vision, and fortune. Many coins are valuable, but few possess the spirit of this one. So, if fate ever places this rare coin in your possession, consider it not just an object of wealth but a talisman of greatness. It's the kind of treasure that doesn't just sit in a vault. It changes lives, inspires dreams, and proves that sometimes the tiniest piece of metal can carry the weight of a miracle. Third, the 1973 Australian 2-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is one of those hidden wonders in the world of numismatics that seems to defy time and logic. It's small, simple, and easy to overlook, but within its copper body lies a story of rarity, mystery, and unimaginable fortune. For the lucky few who possess one, this coin has become a silent key to wealth, a forgotten piece of history capable of transforming an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. It's not just a coin, it's a copper miracle, a royal artifact that carries both historical beauty and financial magic. What makes the 1973 2-cent coin so extraordinarily valuable is its astonishing scarcity. In that year, the Royal Australian Mint drastically reduced the mintage of 2-cent coins, making them one of the lowest produced issues in the entire series. Fewer coins meant fewer survivors, and fewer survivors meant that every single remaining piece became a symbol of exclusivity. Some collectors even call it the phantom coin, because genuine mint condition examples are nearly impossible to find in circulation. Those who have them in pristine, uncirculated form are holding what could easily be worth millions in today's collector's market. But the story doesn't end with rarity. It deepens with mystery. Some coins from the 1973 batch display fascinating minting differences, subtle variations in the Queen's portrait, slightly rotated dies, or a deeper copper tone due to shifts in alloy mixing. These minor imperfections, invisible to casual eyes, have sent experts into a frenzy. In the world of coin collecting, one small imperfection can turn a coin from pocket change into a priceless treasure. And the 1973 issue, with its rare blend of quality, age, and anomaly, stands at the very top of that list. The design itself adds another layer of power and prestige. The iconic frilled neck lizard, stretching proudly across the reverse side, captures the fierce spirit of the Australian wilderness, bold, untamed, and enduring. On the obverse, the young and regal Queen Elizabeth II stands as a timeless emblem of grace and authority. Together, they make the 1973 coin not just valuable, but symbolic, a piece that represents Australia's cultural identity, royal connection, and historical evolution in one small disc of copper. For collectors, finding a 1973 2-cent coin in near-perfect condition is like striking gold. Stories circulate of individuals who discovered one tucked away in an old family box, or hiding among jars of forgotten change, each story ending in disbelief and wonder when they realize the fortune they hold. Auction houses around the world have witnessed heated bidding wars over high-grade specimens, with values skyrocketing beyond imagination. The coin's reputation has grown so immense that it's now considered one of the crown jewels of Australian decimal coinage. Beyond the money, this coin carries a deeper spiritual and historical significance. It marks a chapter of transition, when Australia was finding its identity in a modern world yet still tied to its royal heritage. To own this coin is to hold a fragment of that era, a living memory of craftsmanship, pride, and progress. Each curve and engraving speaks of human artistry, each glint of copper a reminder of how value is born not from size, but from rarity and story. The 1973 2-cent coin also symbolizes destiny, the idea that great fortune can appear in the most unexpected form. It reminds us that wealth doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it whispers quietly from the bottom of an old drawer. Those who understand its worth see beyond the metal. They see a portal to prosperity, a lucky charm that holds the power to rewrite a person's financial story in the blink of an eye. So, if one day you come across a 1973 bicentennial Australian 2-cent coin, don't let it slip through your fingers. Protect it, study it, and treasure it like the masterpiece it truly is. That little copper circle could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth, your bridge between the ordinary and the extraordinary. Because in the grand theater of numismatics, few coins shine as bright or carry as much destiny as this one, a coin so small, yet powerful enough to change your life forever. The 1973 Australian 2-cent coin stands today not merely as currency, but as a symbol of fortune wrapped in history. Its rarity has elevated it into the realm of legend, whispered about in collector circles, hunted in old coin jars, and celebrated by those lucky enough to find one. Every edge, every shimmer of copper carries a silent promise of transformation. It is the kind of treasure that reminds us miracles don't always come in gold or diamonds. Sometimes, they come in the humble glow of aged copper bearing the portrait of a queen. To hold it is to hold a piece of Australia's soul, a coin that bridges time, value, and destiny. And as the years go by, its legend only grows stronger. The passing of Queen Elizabeth II has made every coin from her early reign a sacred heirloom. But the 1973 bicentennial 2-cent coin stands at the peak of them all. It's a timeless relic of grace, a royal signature cast in metal, and a financial marvel waiting to be discovered. So if fate ever delivers one into your hands, treat it not as a coin, but as a key to fortune, a once-in-a-lifetime blessing that carries the power to turn dreams into reality and history into your very own legacy. Fourth, the 1974 Australian 2-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is one of those rare and extraordinary treasures that proves how the smallest things can hold the greatest power. At first glance, it may seem like any other coin, a simple piece of copper once used in everyday transactions. Yet beneath its modest shine lies a story of rarity, mystery, and unimaginable wealth. For collectors, this coin is not just money. It's a legend, a symbol of fate's generosity, and a hidden key that could turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. Its true worth lies not only in its material, but in its incredible scarcity and the secrets it carries from a bygone era. The 1974 2-cent coin has become a holy grail among Australian collectors because of its limited mintage and unique minting characteristics. During that year, far fewer coins were struck compared to previous issues, and even fewer survived in perfect condition. Most were heavily circulated, leaving only a handful of mint-state specimens in existence today. Those pristine survivors are now valued at levels few could ever imagine, some rumored to be worth millions in the hands of passionate collectors. It's not just a coin, it's a fragment of history that holds the weight of fortune within its tiny copper frame. One of the most captivating details about this coin is its subtle variations and minting anomalies. Experts have discovered slight differences in the alignment of Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, irregularities in the lizard's tail on the reverse, and even shifts in the copper tone caused by experimental striking. These imperfections, once considered flaws, have now become priceless features that multiply the coin's value. The rarest of these variants are said to be so unique that no two are exactly alike, giving each one a signature of its own, a mark of destiny forged in metal. The design itself tells a story of heritage and power. The frilled-neck lizard, proudly displayed on the back, represents Australia's wild strength and natural beauty, while the young and confident profile of Queen Elizabeth II on the front stands for grace, authority, and continuity. Together, they form a perfect harmony of royalty and resilience. This design, immortalized in copper, embodies the spirit of 1970s Australia, a nation balancing its ancient roots with a modern identity. Owning this coin is like holding that moment of transformation in your palm. What makes the 1974 edition even more magical is its mysterious connection to fate. Many stories tell of people discovering one hidden in old drawers, passed down unknowingly through generations, only to realize its immense value years later. For some, it was an unexpected blessing. For others, it was a life-changing discovery that turned forgotten change into a small fortune. It's this sense of surprise, this quiet power of destiny, that makes the 1974 coin more than an object. It's a reminder that wealth sometimes comes disguised as the ordinary. As collectors continue to hunt for it, the demand for the 1974 2-cent coin has exploded in recent years. Auction houses have seen fierce bidding wars for the rarest specimens, with prices soaring far beyond expectations. Some coins, perfectly preserved in their original mint luster, have fetched astonishing figures that defy belief. To those who understand its significance, this coin represents both prestige and prosperity, an emblem of how rarity and history intertwine to create timeless value. The emotional and historical connection this coin carries makes it priceless in more ways than one. It captures a moment in time when craftsmanship met history, when the image of a queen and the symbol of a nation were stamped into copper for eternity. Each surviving 1974 2-cent coin is a whisper from the past, echoing through generations, carrying stories of transformation and triumph. It's not merely a collector's dream. It's a royal relic that unites history, art, and destiny in one shining form. So if you ever come across a 1974 bicentennial Australian 2-cent coin, don't treat it as spare change. Hold it close, guard it well, and recognize its extraordinary power. That small piece of copper might just be the bridge between the ordinary and the incredible, the coin that could turn your life around in an instant. For those who believe in luck, legacy, and the mysteries of value, this coin is more than treasure. It's a miracle in metal, a timeless gift from history itself, waiting for the right person to uncover its fortune. The 1974 Australian 2-cent coin continues to shine as a symbol of hidden prosperity, a treasure that proves fortune often hides in plain sight. Every surviving piece carries its own heartbeat, a rhythm of history that connects the past to the present. Collectors and historians alike describe it as a lucky charm of copper, a piece so rare that it almost feels magical. Its reddish gleam whispers stories of craftsmanship, of royal legacy, and of destiny forged in the fires of time. To possess one is to hold not just value, but vision, a tangible reminder that greatness doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it glows quietly in the palm of your hand. And as the years pass, its legend only deepens. The 1974 bicentennial 2-cent coin is now more than a collectible. It's a beacon of hope and luck for those who seek it. Its worth continues to rise, its fame continues to spread, and its story continues to inspire countless treasure hunters across the world. So, if fate ever lets you find one, treat it like a crown jewel of destiny. That little copper coin could be your gateway to unimaginable wealth, a gift from history reminding you that sometimes, the smallest treasures hold the greatest power to change your life forever.